Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about configuring basic performance characteristics within Virtualize Free Edition. The topics we will be covering are configuring response think time and data-driven response think time. In our last video, we focused on working with data within virtual services. In this video, we're going to focus on working with performance inside of a virtual service. It becomes important when working with virtual services that will be leveraged by your performance team to have realistic behavior that's in accordance with your SLA baseline. We're going to walk through how to configure a virtual service that will adhere to the performance profile of the actual application. Let's get started by diving into one of our services. We're going to use the customer service. So in this service, we can get a list of accounts. We should model the behavior of this virtual service to match the actual performance delay of the application. You can find that information by going to the options section of your virtual services and clicking on Performance. You will see here that you have the ability to configure a think time. Well, right now our service is responding as fast as the virtual service will allow. What we'll do is we'll slow that down slightly. And we'll say go ahead and wait 2 seconds before responding. Now what we'll see is when we go to interact with our virtual service is that when I click on the accounts overview, we see the piece spin on top, and we have a little bit of a delay before that response comes. What I can do is fine-tune the delay to match the SLA of my application. Taking that a step further, let's say that depending on the type of information that you're requesting, you may have different performance characteristics. In a previous video, we showed you could link up virtual services in a data source and take advantage of that data source to drive all the data elements of the responses. We can take that same approach when managing the performance characteristics. What we can do is we can go into our data source and define something. I'm just going to call it delay. And let's say for each of these different types of accounts, there's a different profile for loan accounts, checking accounts. It generally takes about 2,000 milliseconds, but for checking accounts, it takes a little bit longer. Now what we can do is we can come into the virtual service and we can say instead of providing a fixed delay, we're going to parameterize that delay in accordance with our data. Let's take a look at this. So if I click on this type of account, it takes around 3 seconds. Nope, that's a loan account. So that would be 2 seconds now. What I'm going to do is go back to the overviews page, and when I click on a type, checking, and we'll see that it takes a little bit longer because it's a checking account. Being able to programmatically control not only the overall delay of a virtual service, but the per invocation delay of a virtual service allows you to really tie it together with the performance SLAs that are defined within the realistic environments. And this makes your virtual services not only behave logically like your real services, but also model the performance of your real services. Thank you for watching these videos on Virtualize Free Edition. Help guide the future of Parasoft products by scanning the barcode below and getting involved with our forums. Or if you'd like to speak more to an expert, you can learn more. You can go to parasoft.com/contact or scan the barcode here.